thing about Tasmania as a place as well is that the Premier's made the announcement that this is probably the single biggest investment in infrastructure in Tasmania's history. And he really goes on about talking about how this is more important than some of the dams. And some very unfamous person in Tasmania has a saying that there's no point having 4 freelane highways in between 2 small towns if no one's using it. And I really think that that's going to be a challenge. If you're talking about 500,000 people in the state, 200,000 households, I'm still not sure that the business community as well as the consumers are going to see this as being, why do we really need this? What's it going to do for us? And how do we get, you know, the mum and dads of Tasmania to actually understand how important it is to take it up as well as to use it to their best ability. And I'm just wondering what you think. I mean, you've seen it, especially in the US, and I've travelled there a lot myself over the years and seen it change. From most of the hotels I stay at now, the Wi-Fi is free, so it becomes a different model altogether. But from Tasmania's point of view, we just want to understand, the thing that concerns me the most is how do we get the people to take it up? How do we get people to be champions of this? And how does the business community need to understand what the importance is? Not just about health or education, but we're talking about someone's got a hair salon or someone's got a cake stall, and how's this going to make a difference to their lives?
That's actually a fair number of questions.
It is. But it was elaborated on the question I asked you this morning, so I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Okay, so
let's just start with the community. How does the community see this being an opportunity?
one of the things that we've done in California, I convinced them to build a dark fiber system that now connects not only all our major universities and community colleges, but also 9,000 K through 12 high school. And we had the same issue. One of the things we did was we actually set up a set of prizes. So we have a call for prizes, basically, of who's doing the most innovative use of our network in education, in healthcare, in government services, in industry, private sector. And we get all these ideas. I can tell you that the judges and people running the network had no idea any of this was going on. And then when we give the awards out, we spotlight these people, we make press releases, they all love it, but then more to the point, we've now got a set of worked examples that everybody else can learn from. It's a teachable moment, as we recently learned at the White House about in a different context. And so I think that there's a lot of things you can do like that. Having sort of, one of the things that didn't exist 5 or 10 years ago when a lot of this early work was done on photonics networks is social networks. That's just exponentially grown. I think there are now more people on Facebook than all the 8 countries in the world or something. So, that is a reality you're going to build into. And that means each community is going to be able to begin a kind of a self-governance and a self-education that was never possible before with total strangers within their own community, just people they don't physically know. And so harnessing that will not only be good for educating people how to use the technology, it'll be good for the community. It'll actually make more of a community. And the other thing is, there's a tendency in some places to not let the kids play with the toys. This is wrong. Toys are for kids. And so what you want is you thinking about this as the most expensive infrastructure in the history of Tasmania and the history of Australia. Well, yeah, okay, it is. And you normally wouldn't put that in the hands of grade school kids. But you should. Because they're the ones who will know what to do with it. Whereas old folks like us, we have to have the kids program the VCR. It shows how old I am to running VCRs at you know what I mean? So maybe it's the kids who should be given. The only way we ever got anywhere with we did a lot of work with the early days of putting networks and PCs into schools. The only way we got anywhere is when we let the kids be the system administrators. There was no adult in the school that had a clue what to do with this stuff. Right? And it was just great for the kids. So what about having the kids be the system administrators? administrator for every home in 200,000 homes.
We already are.
Right, and then have them on the social networks, actually exchanging all this stuff. See, this is not the normal way you think when you put a business model together, a business plan. But maybe it is, because of course if the kids get it working, then the adults will go in and use it, and then you get your revenue.